Welcome to had6 channel. In this video, we will look into space. 18 nouns with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Area, which means a space allocated for a specific use. Area. For example, the dining area. Number 2. Clearance, which means clear space allowed for a thing to move past or under another. Clearance. For example, adjust the door up or down to ensure equal clearance between door and frame. Number 3. Elbow room, which means adequate space to move or work in. Elbow room. For example, the province wants a little more elbow room within the federation. Number 4. Rift, which means a crack, split, or break in something. Rift. For example, a deep rift in the Antarctic ice. Number 5. Play, which means the space in or through which a mechanism can or does move. Play. For example, the steering rack was loose, and there was a little play. Number 6. Leeway, which means the amount of freedom to move or act that is available. Leeway. For example, this has left the police with some leeway to interpret the law for themselves. Number 7. Gap, which means a break or hole in an object or between two objects. Gap. For example, she peered through a gap in the shutters. Number 8. Expanse, which means a wide continuous area of something. Expanse. For example, the green expanse of the forest. Number 9. Aperture, which means an opening, hole, or gap. Aperture. For example, the bell ropes passed through apertures in the ceiling. Number 10. Room, which means space that can be occupied or where something can be done. Room. For example, there's only room for a single bed in there. Number 11. Cavity, which means an empty space within a solid object. Cavity. For example, customs officers found a secret cavity in the car. Number 12. Latitude, which means scope for freedom of action or thought. Latitude. For example, he gave them much latitude in day-to-day operations. Number 13. Interstice, which means an intervening space, especially a very small one. Interstice. For example, the interstices between the soil particles. Number 14. Opening, which means a space or gap that allows passage or access. Opening. For example, an opening in the roof would get rid of the smoke. If you have better examples in mind, please share them in the comment section below. It is now the time to hit the subscribe button.